Hey Photography, John here. Welcome to another edition of Photography's Focus, where I share some of my favorite photography-related happenings from around the web, and I pose a discussion topic for you to think about and comment below. This week, F-Stopper shows us how to use umbrellas, DPS shares 8 compositional tips, and Dell brought Intel's 3D RealSense camera technology to the first mobile platform. And this week's discussion topic: could a smartphone ever become the go-to camera for a professional photographer? Let's bring it into focus. Part 2 of a great series on umbrellas, F-Stoppers dives into the details of how different positioning of an umbrella affects the lighting of the shot that you're taking. It's an interesting read, especially if you're into off-camera flash, so I definitely suggest checking it out. Also, check out Part 1, which talks about why you would want to use an umbrella in your photography in the first place. Composition can make or break a photograph, and it's something that I find many new photographers struggle with. This article by Barry J. Brady on DPS does a good job of giving you some quick things to keep in mind the next time you're pulling the viewfinder closer to your face. At Intel's annual developers conference, Dell introduced their newest tablet to the market, which features RealSense 3D sensing camera system from Intel. It's quite the camera technology, and something that I hope develops further and actually gets into more mobile technology. The fact that they were able to shrink it down and put it into a tablet is actually reassuring for the mobile photography world. So let's talk a little bit more about that world right now. With Apple's big announcement this week, I got to thinking about smartphones and their role in the photography world. Every opportunity Apple gets to talk about the camera on the iPhone, they make sure to mention that it's the most popular camera in the world, at least by Flickr's upload standards. But that's mostly selfies and cat photos, right? So professionals need not worry? Well, not so fast. Could a smartphone really ever replace DSLR technology? It's already done a pretty good job at replacing the point-and-shoot market, but could it ever get closer to that professional level to really have professional photographers rethinking their gear? There are admittedly a few major hurdles that a smartphone would have to overcome, like interchangeable lenses, raw file support, better quality sensors so they could have higher dynamic range and better depth of field capabilities, and the list goes on. Plus, it'd have to remain affordable and simple enough so that the average selfie shooting tween could still take her selfies. But I don't necessarily think all these things have to come together for a professional photographer to start using a smartphone as their tool of choice. After all, the cameras are starting to produce relatively high quality photographs for the size and ease of use. The apps are making editing and sharing a breeze, and there's actually already stories out there of people using iPhones to photograph weddings, so in some sense it's already starting to happen. Ultimately, I think it's not about whether or not the iPhone or other smartphones replace DSLR technology, but rather whether or not they get powerful enough to shift our understanding and ultimately our definition of what it means to be a professional photographer. As always, if you have anything to say, comment below. If you've liked this video, please feel free to share it. And if this is your first time watching Photography, click right here to subscribe.